A Lynchburg City Council candidate is raising concerns about his opponent. Ward 2 candidate Rodney Hubbard takes issue with one of the voting precincts. He feels it's a conflict of interest for his opponent, Sterling Wilder. ABC 13's Alexia Stambridge investigated the issue and joined us now live in studio with whether there is any legal standing to his claims. Alexia.
Republican candidate Rodney Hubbard believes the Jubilee Family Development Center should not be a voting precinct. That's because Democrat Sterling Wilder is the executive director of the nonprofit organization. Hubbard argues, according to Virginia law, polling places should be in public buildings whenever practical. He feels there are other places that could be precincts instead.
There's a precinct at his building. So I can't see how anyone cannot say that's a conflict of interest. Again, I'll say this again. What if we change the precinct to here?
Yeah.
How would people feel?
The registrar, the state board, they all reviewed that and making a decision to hold it there because of proximity where it was to the voters, that this is the best place for the voters. So Lynchburg, we need to be concerned about what's best for the voters.
Wilder says Jubilee has been a precinct for years, and he has no problem if they move the voting location. We took these concerns to former U.S. Attorney John Fishwick.
Is there any conflict of interest with him being the executive director of that polling place?
No, I don't think there's any conflict between Mr. Wilder and the fact that there's a voting place where his place of business is. The local governments decide where polling places are, and if there's not a public place, it can be held at a charity.
According to the Lynchburg registrar, the Board of Elections confirmed that there is nothing in the election code that keeps the building from being used or Wilder from running. Hubbard says even if the law doesn't prohibit it, he thinks it should be changed so there are any conflicts. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Alexia. And Hubbard is also claiming that Wilder is putting the Jubilee Family Development Center at risk of losing its nonprofit status by running for office. Wilder, as we said, is the executive director, but he's running as an individual independent of his workplace. Fishwick says the law doesn't prohibit Wilder from running, and he says the IRS would have to determine whether the nonprofit itself has gotten overly involved in any politics.